Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing a special Christmas Swiss Cube draft. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays to anybody who doesn't celebrate Christmas. On to the pack. Well, we've got a Batter Skull, very good. I like Wasteland, Primetime, Sulfuric Vortex. Some pretty amazing cards in here, actually. Vortex is like the best red deck wins card, supposedly. But do I want it? Maybe not. I've liked blue counterspelly things more in this format, but certainly not a lot of that here. I'm looking at Primetime. Batter Skull is pretty good. I think I can first pick a Batter Skull. It leaves me completely open. I'd prefer to be in blue if possible, but these two blue picks I don't need to first pick, so let's take the Batter Skull. Alright, well, past the natural order. Maybe I don't want to go down the same route I've been doing the last couple drafts, so I can look at something new here. I mean, Memory Lapse is fine. Not amazing. Could just take the Banishing Light. Could take the Mox Diamond. I mean, Mox Diamond's fine. Not amazing. Banishing Light's a nice catch-all. I do like Natural Order, and it would be very easy to take it here, but I'd prefer to be in blue if possible. I could just take the Memory Lapse, which is a counterspell, but not exactly one I'm a huge fan of. It's still a fine card. It's either that or the Mox Diamond. I mean, Mox Diamond's pretty good at ramping. I'm gonna take the Memory Lapse, I guess. I like counterspells a lot in this cube. All right, Edric is some nice card advantage. Glacial Fortress is a good land. Especially if I can end up getting a Stoneforge Mystic. This Batter Skull will be a lot better. Edric's pretty good. Tough to deny card draw for all your dudes. There's also some Signets, which are just good little mana rocks. Mana rocks in this format are pretty good. Sower is a fine card. I actually like Sower quite a bit for a couple reasons. If you're playing against a rampy deck, Sower can be pretty devastating. They typically don't have a lot of removal, so doing a Sower can hurt them quite a bit. The Signets are good because they ramp and they fix you for color splashes, which is true. But I'm going to take the Control Magic creature. All right, I'm a big Shackles fan. Opposition is very good. I think I can take Shackles here. It's fine. I love stealing my opponent's creatures. Big fan of that. Let's take it. All right, Treachery Pass. That's a little bit too good to pass up here. It's also Elspeth, Dak Faden. Yeah, there is Creator's Clause in this cube. I was wondering that on the last one because I had that Mox Ruby. So if I'd picked up a Creator's Clause, that would have been pretty sick. Dismember would also be very good. Colorless removal. But yeah, I mean, we gotta slam the Treachery here. Okay, Snapcaster. I think we're just gonna pick that up. Gideon's a really good. Blue-white control with Gideon. That is pretty good. But I think I'm now that I've got Shackles, I don't need to take Gideon. Gideon's pretty good. But Snapcaster could be real good in a deck with card draw or counter spells. Couple good black picks in here as well. I do like a good Gideon. Alright, I gotta go Gids. Maybe we're playing Blue Eye Control if we can make it work. Counterspell. Look at that. Beautiful. Well, we did just pass the Snapcaster, which kind of sucks, but Gideon's so good. We'll take Counterspell. All right. Exalted Angel is fine. Bloodstained Mire. Currently don't have any lands, so that's not going to work. Iona, pretty much restricted to Ramp or Reanimator. So I think I'm just going to take the Exalted Angel, who's quite good. Okay, well, Augur made it around, but so did Fate's Fetters. I think I'd rather have the Fetters. It's a very nice way to deal with everything. Primeval Titan tabling is pretty unreal, but we're going to take Fetters anyway. I've definitely come to appreciate counterspells in this cube. It does seem like a lot of people are just playing Mana Rocks and basically Mana Rocks into 6-drops. So 2 mana counterspells really hurt that plan a lot, especially coupled with big creature stealing effects. Mind Sensor's pretty good. Mishra's Factory is good defensively, but since I have 0 fixing right now, I'm a little more tempted to take this Mind Sensor. A lot of people, you know, it's good against like Natural Order. The fact that it's Flash, I think, is really the main thing that makes it good. I could take Student. It's just a good card. Nothing else is super good against us. Manriki Gusari is like a sideboard card, but I doubt I need it. Guess I'll take Student. Armageddon. Certainly don't want that to resolve on me, so I guess I'll take that. It's also white, so why not? Dismember. Yeah, Dismember's a great card. Happily pick up Dismember. We already have a little bit of life gain too, so makes Dismember easier to play, in my opinion. But it's a 1-drop. Terminate and Tendrils. Well, let's stop that Storm plan. I imagine Storm is pretty good against counterspells. I want to do that. I want to move everything down. That's what I want. All right, what do we got now? Little Swords to Plowshares. There's also Mana Crypt, but if you're Control, I think Mana Crypt's pretty terrible. You can end up killing yourself. Oh yeah, everybody told me that I'm not valuing Library high enough. They're probably right, especially with Control. I think if you're playing a burn deck, probably Library is not the best, but I guess I definitely see in a deck like this playing Library. Although then you can't resolve your turn 2 counter spell. But it is tough to deny drawing cards. Swords of Plowshares is so good. Swords of Plowshares is so good. I love that card. But I guess we take the colorless land that could potentially net us a bunch of cards. It makes sense. All right, I'm on board. I'll do Library as much as I want that Swords. All right, Show and Tell would be good if I had big fat fatties, but I don't, so it doesn't seem necessary. Delver, currently 1, 2, 3, only 3 cards work with it, so not good enough. I think we just take the Day. Tough to deny the old Day of Judgment. Kitchen Finks is fine too, but I'd rather have a board wipe, especially with Batterskull and stuff like that. Past a Black Lotus. Interesting. I mean, I like Black Lotus. Was it passed twice? Is just Black Lotus just not good? What's going on here? I can't pass a Black Lotus. It's a Black Lotus. There's also Ancestral Vision. True Name Nemesis is pretty amazing card. Protection from Player is pretty ridiculous, but hey, it can still be Day of Judgmented, so got that going for me. Yeah, it was Black Lotus. What do you want me to say? You kidding me? All right, Wall of Omens is pretty good, but how could I pass the Sword of Fire and Ice? Even if I'm low creature count, how could I pass the Sword of Fire and Ice? The inherent value of this card is insane. Wall of Omens is nice against certain decks, but I don't think these are as necessary in this cube because it seems like you're getting beat down by enormous creatures, not little dudes. For the most part, I haven't played against a lot of aggro. I just don't think it's super good in this format. Hence why I keep saying counter spells and are so good and treachery effects, stuff like that. But let's take the sword. Move it over here. Do this thing. Okay. Brainstorm is really only good if you've got shuffle effects, which we do not. I think I'm just taking the Mana Rock. Take a little Signet. Could also take the Flicker Wisp, which I guess is good with Treachery. Exalted Angel if she's morphed. I could see that. Sower. That's about it. Mystical Tutor finds Counterspell and Day, which is actually pretty nice. But I like the Signet. Let's get a little bit of mana ramp and control. Never hurt nothing. All right, Rafello's getting past too this late. Green is definitely open. But I very much like what we've got, by the way. I don't want you to think I'm unhappy with this deck so far. Just past the Black Lotus. Like it's not a card. All right, let's take Baneslayer. We have all the life gain now. Very good control element. More white than blue now, which makes Shackles worse, but that's all right. I would like some fixing since we're on kind of a pretty good... Ooh, Supreme Verdict. Ooh, Daze too. Jeez, no one ever expects the Daze. Do I want a second board wipe effect, one that's uncounterable, or do I want the Daze? I probably want the board wipe, but God, it's tough to deny a free counterspell. Free in quotations, of course. But it's mostly because no one ever expects the Daze. I don't know, man. I'm pretty tempted to take that Daze. I'm not going to lie. I do like Supreme Verdict, but I've got a bunch of steal effects and a board wipe already. I kind of want a free counterspell. I'm going to take it. All right, I think we just got to take the Adarkar Waste. I like Mom, I like Riftwind Cloudscape, but I like fixing more. We don't have any fixing, and we've got a lot of color-intense spells in our deck, so I think Adarkar is where I'm at. All right, Pestermite's nice because it's got Flash, so it works well with counter spells. Academy Ruins brings back Lotus. It does bring back Lotus, but... And I guess Batterskull and Signet and Sword and Shackles. Yeah, I mean, there's enough targets for it, but I'd rather have a Pestermite, I think. I like having flash creatures, holding them up with counterspells, as well as tapping down like an attacker. It can be really useful. Yes, even not going infinite, it can be good. What are we up to now with Delver? Let me figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 only? Well, it's not a lot, but we could still pick up more. There's nothing else here that's super interesting for me. All right. Guard's Verdict could be good against us. I guess Phoenix could be in the right deck. Smash. Don't want to get smashed. Birthing Pod's tough to play. I think Verdict could be pretty annoying. Mind Rot, but I'm going to take the Smash. I could see Smash being pretty good against us. Probably don't want to deal with Garrick that much. I don't like the card draw you can get off that. All right, Flicker Wisp table. I think we can take that. Get another evasive guy. Another equipped target. And works reasonably well with some of our creatures, so all right. Gold main, we'll just cut white. All right, so going into the last pack here. We've got 20 cards. I would like a couple more blue-white fixers if possible. I guess we do have a Signet too, which is nice. Our deck still looks surprisingly fair, despite the fact we have a Black Lotus in here. Ooh, Moxjet, yeah. I can't pass Mox in, even for fixing. You gotta take the free mana ramps. In my opinion. Preordain also good. Preordain, Hallowed Fountain, Mox Jet are the only things I care about, and Mox Jet's just too good. Free ramp, too good. Turn 1 5-drop is pretty nice. Turn 1 Batterskull. Turn 1 Batterskull, pretty good. I'm trying to think what I'd like the most. Turn 1 Batterskull or turn 1 Baneslayer? Probably Batterskull. There's just more artifact removal, I think. Tolarian Academy. What am I up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably not enough. I think it's an easy Tundra. We've already pretty much got a deck made, so at this point, any sort of fixing is of the utmost importance. So we're going to have a couple of colorless lands between Library and Mox Jet. But still think we're all right. Still think we're just fine. One more fixer would be very, very nice, but if we don't get it, it's okay. Dismembers like a 1-drop. Our curve is very nice. Multiple steal effects, a board wipe, catch-all, all the life linkers. High value Sword of Fire and Ice, but not enough creatures really to maximize the use of it. Sword of Feast and Famine is pretty insane with counter spells. Elspeth is also a very good card. Workshop is a fine card. I just don't think we quite have enough artifacts to get use out of that. Geez, Mind Twist is good. Yeah, people told me I didn't value this high enough too. You're probably right. I just didn't notice. But I'm not going to splash for it in here. Our mana already needs some work. The only reason I don't want to take the sword here is we're already low on creature count, so taking a sword just doesn't seem like what I need to do. But we do have the flyers for it. We have a lot of flyers. A lot of flyers. I mean, I could take sword. Double sword seems bad in this deck. I think I'm just going to take the Elspeth, which is just a game winner. So we'll take her. All right, Journey's very nice. Manatithe. Well, you know how I feel about Manatithe. Journey does take care of Emrakul. What's my removal currently? If I'm not counting counter spells, so it would be like Shackles is kind of like removal a little bit. Sower, Treachery, Fate's Fetters, Day. I do like the Journey. I'm going to take the Manatithe, though. No one ever expects it. I like Looter, too, by the way, but Manatithe's also good for Delver. Not necessarily making Delver and work in this deck, by the way, but I love Manatithe. Come on. Look at it. Let's set these aside. I actually don't think I'm counting Black Lotus as a land in our deck, but Mox Jet can be counted as a land. Lion's Eye Diamond. No, that's for the Storm. Crucible. Not so much. Deceiver. Not exactly what I'm looking for either. I do not know. Guess I could just take the Deceiver away from the Splinter Twin deck. Splinter Twin could be annoying to play against. Kind of want this Force Spike, but Serendib Efreet's not actually bad either. But you know what? I'm going to take the Force Spike. Am I ridiculous with Force Spike and Manatithe? Yes. But do I care? No. People don't play around them. And then when you do play them, your opponents are terrified of them. They're like, man, should I play this 6-drop on turn 3? He's got a white and a blue open. Serendib Efreet is a good card, though. No denial of that, but I'd rather have the Force Spike. Because I'm sick. I have a sickness. Disenchant, very good. Got a Storm card here. Nevinyrral's Disc is a fine card, a little bit too slow. We've already got a board wipe, so I can take a Disenchant. I don't think we're main decking it, although it's a very easy card to main deck. Maloku's a good finisher. I like Maze of Ith a lot, but I actually need my mana, so I'm not sure about Maze of Ith in our deck. Maloku is a very nice finisher. I feel like we already have enough ways to win between Gideon, Baneslayer, Batterskull, Elspeth, Treachery, all this like thieving stuff too. I like Spectral a lot. I just don't think I need it. Can Catacombs even find anything? No. I guess I'll take a Maze of Ith. I don't know if I'm probably not playing it. Hey, Hallowed Fountain table. All right, well. I like Preordained too, by the way, but I want this Hallowed Fountain bad. I need some more fixing. I've only got Addarkar Waste and Tundra, and I've got to play a Moxjet in a library, so I think we might need this Hallowed Fountain. As much as I do like a good Preordain, especially for our Delver. I mean, Palancron's a card. I can't abuse it. But I can't really play anything else in here, too. I guess Curse Scroll maybe could be annoying. I can pretty much counterspell anything else, I think. I mean, I can counterspell Curse Scroll, too. It's just comes down fast. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune's a good card. I don't think I'm playing Frantic Search is the issue. I mean, I can. It's made for Storm, in my opinion. But I guess I don't have much for card draw, do I? But it's not even card draw. It's like card disadvantage. I'm going to take this Wheel of Fortune. So I could take the Sacred Foundry to make the thing work, but I'm going to have a hand most of the time. So I don't think Wheel of Fortune is what I'm looking for. I don't have enough creatures to support Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Lifebane actually is good against us since I have white creatures, so I'll hate that. Arbiter, I guess, isn't that good. We don't have a lot of... Do we have any search library stuff? I actually don't think we do. But I'm not... otherwise, I take Sulphur Falls to make the Wheel of Fortune work. I just don't like Wheel of Fortune in a control deck. All right. I don't care about Imposing Sovereign, so we'll take the Avalanche Riders, which is actually pretty decent against it. Last pick, Gargadon. That card's good. No respect for the Greater Gargadon. Okay. So what do we know about our deck? Our deck's good. We know our deck's pretty good. Is Delver good enough? I might just have to play it, but let's separate stuff out real quick here and take a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is like bare minimum to make Delver work. I'd really want 8. So is there a way I could get Disenchant in our deck? Because I wouldn't mind playing Delver. Delver is a good card with counter spells and Force Spikes and Mana Tides and all that nonsense. I would have liked some more counters. We basically have triple Force Spike in our deck. Maybe that was a bit greedy. But hey, people tap out in this format, right? How about I set up my Force Spike? Upkeep, I tap one of their lands, and then I Force Spike. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I like it, though. I would like to add Disenchant to main deck. I do think it's going to hit almost every deck I play against. It's pretty nice removal to have against opposing swords or mana rocks. Can really hinder what your opponent is doing. But what do I cut for that? I mean, I could cut Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp works well with resetting planeswalkers. It's nice because it's evasive. But every single one of my creatures flies. I kind of want to keep Shackles, even though we're not a heavy blue deck. I've got enough blue where stealing 2 power or less guys is just nice. I guess I do already have a Treachery, though. I only have 7 creatures. I certainly don't like the idea of revealing Force Spike or Manatize to our Delver, but might have to. There's like nothing else I really want to play. I could just run it like this. Only having 7 cards to flip Delver makes it not great. But if you can flip it on turn 1, hey, it's pretty good. 3/2 flyer on your first turn is pretty good. Certainly not broken, but I can't think of anything else I want to do. Our counter spells are pretty ridiculous. Manatide, Force Spike, Counterspell, Memory Lapse, Daze. So like I say, triple Force Spike is probably excessive, admittedly. But hey, if our opponent's not tapping out, that's pretty good. If he's deliberately not tapping out, skipping playing spells, I meant, that's good. All right, well let's get our fixers in here. So we've got 3 blue-white lands already. Very nice. We're going to play the library and the jet. I don't think we're doing the maze. These are colorless mana rocks in a color-intensive deck, so I don't have space for Maze of Ith. I don't think. I can sideboard it if I need it for some reason. I just don't think I need it. What did I take over the Supreme Verdict again? I think I took a Manatide, didn't I? Man, I'm ridiculous. So, I mean, we need a healthy combination of blue and white. I do want to make Shackles good. Shackles is still good with Fountain and Tundra, something to keep in mind. So they want to do, well, I don't need any black. So this would be 9 sources of each. That's probably good. I do need a lot of double white, but I think 9 of each should be fine. I think. With the Black Lotus help, the Signet help, and the triple lands. All right. I don't know how good this deck is. I think it's actually a little bit weaker than my other one, only because my counter spells are all Force Spikes. But that's all right. I still think this deck can do some work for us, right? Probably. Possibly. So I'm going to run it like this. And yeah, we'll see you guys round 1.